Welcome to episode 5 of the Forecast Golf Podcast. We are back. We're talking this week about sort of personal bests, injuries, the Players' Championships, and looking ahead at the Valspar Invitational, which is coming up in a week's time. I'm your host Ross. With me is Dave and Craig. How you doing, boys?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah, you had a good week.
Oh, I've had better, but we can get on to that in a bit. But yeah, all right overall.
Let's start with your injury, Dave, shall we? You're injured.
Yeah.
What happened?
In a long line of absolutely stupid injuries I picked up in my life. I was carried my daughter to the car, stepped off the curb, but rolled my ankle, and now I've done all the ligaments in my ankle, chipped a bone, and struggling really. So my foot's just propped up basically all day long at the moment, just trying to get the swelling down a bit because it was pretty swollen at the start. It's coming down a bit, which is good, but no golf for a bit for me now, I don't think. But we'll get onto that in a bit. But we're gonna chat. We had some plans for some content stuff we were gonna do, which is sort of out the window a little bit, I think, because I'm not really gonna be hitting a golf ball for, I'm guessing, a couple of months now. But
we can adjust plans. There's stuff we can do. There's more things we can do.
Yeah, still going to be involved, but I'm going to be there for like moral support and.
Absolutely, cheerleading and camera work.
Yeah, there you go. We got around cameraman for a little bit, Craig, for the start of this season.
I've had so many stupid injuries. All I want is just one of them to be an injury where, like, I don't know, someone does like a Roy Keane on me and just absolutely like crunches me. A proper injury where like all these injuries I've had, like. Just like stupid, like, I'll just like trip over something, or I don't know, I'll just roll my ankle, or these stupid things just out of nowhere, just pathetic they are, and then
they're always the worst ones as well, the most innocuous ones.
Yeah, so stupid. But
put my back out last year emptying the dishwasher. The level we're at. It is the innocuous ones. I think about they've never had a glorious. I tore my knee playing cricket, but that was playing cricket. Still not kind of like a nasty attack or anything like that. It was cricket. But mostly innocuous.
Yeah, I broke my thumb playing cricket. Cricket's a dangerous game. Those balls are too hard.
All my fingers are done at some
point. As we know from watching NFL, it's the non-contact ones that are the bit bad ones, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas you know it's a bad one.
Yeah. Wish that Dre Greenlaw clip again this week. We'll just fall over running on the field. I wanted to start, boys, quickly with your most trusted club. Is there a club in the bag that you go to more often than not? Either off the tee when you're feeling a bit, not nervous, I guess, but it's a new course and you want to find your way just onto the fairway, or something that would save you from any situation. Is there one club that you go to? For me, it tends to be the 5-iron. If I'm not confident with the driver, I'll just pull the 5-iron out, and that seems to work for me. I'll quite happily sacrifice some distance for a bit of positioning. What do you reckon, Craig? Anything that's in your bag that you should go to?
My new trusty 7 wood. But if I leave that alone for a minute, because that probably will become my trusted club going forward, I think it's a 7-iron. And I think there's a reason why that when you get a club fitted, there's a 7-iron that gets fitted with, because it's just a lot you can do with it, right? I think you can in the summer you could get a decent distance out of it. You can knock it down. You can put it against your back foot if you're trying to get it under some trees. You can bump and run with it. There's a lot you can do with it. So I'd say 7 for me.
Okay.
I think if you're just going to grab one club to take the range or something, it'd probably be a 7-iron, wouldn't it? Just for a lot of people, it would just be that club, just that middle of the road, like middle of the bag sort of club.
When I first started playing, my father-in-law was one that was teaching me. He said the 7-iron, it's sort of a Swiss Army knife. It can do most things. So if you're not confident with chipping, but you're still a fair distance out, just club down on it or grip down on it and punch it along to the green and play it low and slow. But also from a good sort of 150 out as well, it can still do a job. So, anything for you, Dave?
I mean, if I'm playing well, it is my driver, really. I just love hitting driver. I always feel good with my driver. I feel like I can do whatever I want. If I'm playing bad, like the safety club, maybe it is my 5 wood. Like, we spoke about it, was it 2 weeks ago now? Maybe 3 weeks ago when we did the chat about Woodsworth hybrids. But, a 5 wood's one of them. I feel like I can just get it down and, it's reliable. So, I guess the 5 wood. But, irons-wise, weirdly, I love my 3-iron. I love my 3-iron. Like, if I need to hit something off the tee, if I need to do anything. Love my free iron. I always feel good about it because it just sort of get it down and whack it. I just always loved a free iron, which half the clubs don't even come in free irons anymore. But yeah, I love my free iron.
It hurts me just thinking about a free iron. I don't think I've ever hit a decent 4 iron, so a 3 is a level above. It just kind of get that twang that I've ended up, hitting it just completely out of the toe or the heel. I don't think I've ever hit a flush one.
Yeah,
when I first started, like a depressingly long time ago, every bag, every set of clubs just come with a free iron. It wasn't
back in the day. Yeah,
it was just free iron was just standard. Like now it's like 5 up. Some of them are 6. Yeah, free iron was just standard. So yeah, I just always had it in my bag and always liked it really.
I think the first 5 set I had was 3, 5, 7, 9. That was just the way it came.
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah, this new set I've got is the first one I've ever used a 3 iron before, actually, and it is taking a bit getting used to that extra bit of length and I guess a slightly smaller club head. Yeah, if you're not hitting it flush, you are feeling it in your hands and your arms, definitely.
Yeah,
that's a little sort of an opening question for us this week, and I'm going to try and pick one of those every week. But should we get straight into the Players' Championship, because it is the 5th major? It was a hell of a tournament. Some truly fantastic golf happening. I felt a bit sorry for Oberg. He was absolutely the first round and the second round, especially a 63. He was dominant those first 2 days. Looked like he was going to run away with it, but a 76 in the final round really put paid to his chances of winning. But you mentioned last week, Dave, Justin Thomas. What was it, 100 to 1?
I think it was 90 to 1. Yeah, and then he was right up there, wasn't he, for a lot of the week? And then
8 under. He finished 5 off the lead.
Yeah, I think he had a bit of a dodgy final day as well in that, didn't he? I know he was like, I think he was in like, was he second or third after like a couple of days, or
opening 2 rounds of 68. So he was right up there.
Yeah, he was playing well, but I think Craig said it when I mentioned him that these players, like, he's been injured, he's just coming back. All they need is just a couple of weeks of practice and they're sort of back on it. It doesn't take them too long to sort of get back into the swing of things, and I think he showed that there. Yeah,
class players are always going to be class players, aren't they? Rory and his back injury finished level par. Fine, like it's okay, isn't it? Really for him, that's he was never going to win with his injury, but it was Cameron Young that came out with the win in the end by 1 shot over Matt Fitzpatrick. If Matt Fitzpatrick had won, I would have been fuming because of our sort of miscommunicated picks we had on the episode a few weeks back. But yeah, it
was great. I mean, I felt for Fitzpatrick. He took it all in good jest, didn't he? With some of the comments you could hear on the mics. But I think Cam Young was, annoyingly, I had the choice last week of 2, and I went with Russell Henley. He did all right, to be fair. He's got me on the points board. But the other one, so I do for these nice big tournaments. I do put a little bit of money on, and I did actually pick Cam Young. I did all right out of it, but again, it's just that kind of thing where you want a guy that's going to find fairways, and that's kind of him. He's that kind of a player. People call him boring. I mean, he obviously never shows any emotion, but I think for that kind of a tournament, he's got exactly the right mentality. It's very easy, as you saw with Allberg. Not that he didn't do too bad. He didn't kind of go too far the other way. He went big right and then big left, and I think what you do is it's a take your medicine tournament. If you do make a mistake on a hole, then you've got to make sure that you're back on it on the next one. And I think that's where Allberg went wrong. And I think Cam Young was just, when he did kind of miss, he was straight back on it in the next hole. And I think credit to his ability. I mean, that drive down 18 is, I'm watching it going, they're thinking obviously of this, I've got the money here, and then seeing him put a driver out and thinking, what is he doing? What is he thinking? And then I think it was the longest ever drive on the 18th at Sawgrass.
Takes balls to do that for a man that gets them stick as much stick as he does. That's ballsy.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd think that he'd probably be taking a 5 line out at some point at that point, just to make sure he's getting up and down. But yeah, incredible shot.
One player I really struggle with is Xander Schauffele, and I've managed to pinpoint what it is. It's his shoes. His shoes look like they're about 7 sizes too big for him. I struggled with him during the Ryder Cup, and I noticed it during this because he wears the Adidas with the 3 stripes, but they're all black apart from the 3 stripes, and the stripes seem so far forward that I can just imagine the rest of it. The toes is so far forward in the shoes as well. apart from that, he's a good golfer. But yeah, he's
I just go. I can see what you mean. I can see
yeah, they
what
look
you
weird,
mean.
don't they?
Yeah, I mean, as a man that's got
I need to see
really
these.
large feet, yeah, I can feel for him like a penguin.
Yeah, let's have a little Google of his shoes. They're very odd. But yeah, it was a very
Yeah.
strong field, and some players really put on some really good rounds. It's nice to see Bob McIntyre up there as well. He finished fourth overall, 10 under, strong 65. And Scotty Scheffler, he recovered. He had an awful first 2 rounds. He managed to finish 500 in the end, so he's pretty good, that boy. Justin Rose, my pick, finished 6 under. Dave, your pick was Ricky Fowler?
Ricky Fowler, yeah, I think he was 2 under in the end.
He was 2
Or
under.
1
So
under. 1 under he was, yeah.
we all picked guys.
He was playing really well, just had a bad Saturday Fowler. I think he had 75 on Saturday. 75,
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really afford to have those sort of rounds, can you, if you're going to win these tournaments? But
no, especially not something like the players.
It's a very strong field, though, looking at it now. There's lots of people. I mean, Brooks Koepka on his return. He was 6 under.
Yeah,
The Americans look good.
yeah. I think it's one of those. It's one of those tournaments where I think, like you just said, if you get a bad round, it's really difficult to come back from. And I think you think about some of the guys that didn't have the best kind of rounds. I think Rory had an excuse, really.
Yeah.
Scotty didn't have his best time either, and I think what we kind of expect from kind of like with Scotty Scheffler now is that he'll do really well in that last round. I'm not thinking he didn't have a bad last round either, if I remember.
No, I think it was 70 he had.
Yeah, so I think unfortunately, you've just got to be those guys that are just completely on it for 4 days in that kind of a tournament, because there isn't. I don't think there is a lot of. It's not the highest scoring tournament in the world. It's the lowest scoring tournament in the world. So I think you do. You just have to be. You have to be on it. You have to be on it thereabouts.
Yeah. Over on the Live Tour, the Singapore individual, Bryson DeChambeau won it after a playoff. So the day before we came on, did you see the clip of him, Craig, of him falling in the bunker?
That was hilarious. With whether they were birds or bugs, I don't know.
The world's biggest bugs.
I never want to fly east in my life based on these things. There's snakes in Australia. There's whatever that was in Singapore. It's not for me. I mean, I think, to be fair, I was more horrified by the way that Bryson won with that missed putt. I felt gutted. I think, even to be fair, when he won it, you could just see like Bryson almost with his head in his hands, just going, "Oh my god, I won it!" But at the same time, going, "I actually feel quite sorry for this lad. He's
almost like I don't deserve to win this."
Yeah, I did feel for him, but I mean, it was a quiet one, wasn't it? I don't think the crowds were particularly great over there on this one. I'm not sure.
No. Did you tweet something about this, Dave, didn't you? There was the video of the South African sort of setup for the next tournament.
Yeah, I think they said they sold like 90,000 tickets or something like that. Like, which is pretty big. Like, for just what is just a random tour event, isn't it? Yeah, I think targeting those sort of places where Liv's gonna sort of do well, isn't it? Like, obviously do well in Australia. The UK tournament always does well.
Yeah.
Going after these markets, they've probably got like an appetite for some top golf, but don't necessarily get it much outside of America. I think going after like these American events, there's never much of a crowd at them, is there? Like,
no,
they're a bit.
Australian one was fantastic.
Dead. Yeah, obviously you got the Saudi events, which they're just going to be what they're going to be. Like, they sort of just have to exist for what it is. But for me, like go after Asia, go after Australia. Obviously South Africa's sponsor wants this. You can. I think they can build something pretty big, just staying away from America almost, or just having like a few less events in America. I think that's the way forward for them.
Yeah, absolutely, it really is. We've got the Masters coming up in a couple of weeks. What are we now? 3 weeks away? 4 weeks away?
3 weeks, isn't it?
Before we get there, we have got the. What's the name of it? Is it the Valspar?
Valspar.
Talking about?
Yeah, Valspar.
The Valspar Championship. It's looking like a strong field again. some big names up there. The current bookies' favourite to win is Schauffele and his big feet. There's Matt Fitzpatrick again. The odds obviously are based off of what most recent rounds, I guess. It's what have you done for me lately, I guess. You got Patrick Cantley up there, Victor Hovland, Justin Thomas is now 25-1. His odds have dropped massively in a week after doing well in one tournament. Who are we picking this week? Craig, let's start with you.
Oh, on the spot. It also means my pick can't get stolen. So there's a few that could go here that I quite fancy. I mean, Hovland's what defending champion, isn't he?
Yeah.
Again, a bit like last week. It's not the highest, the lowest scoring event in the world. And I think I seem to remember last year. There tends to be some like late drama with it.
Yeah.
So I think again, it's one of those ones that you want to kind of pick someone that's kind of got a bit of something about them. And I think given, and we talked about him already today, and I think given his performances recently, and there is a form aspect of it, I'm going to go with Bob. I'm going to go Bob McIntyre for this one. I think he's the highest ranking player in the field, and I think just that last week we'll get a lot of confidence out of that play. I think when you're on this kind of like Florida swing, there's you're kind of there's not much of upheaval, kind of trying to get from place to place. You're short traveling bursts and things, and I think Bob will kind of take that confidence he took last week and move it on to the next level next, in my opinion.
I
like that, Dave. What are you thinking?
It's a tough one, this. I mentioned him last week. I'm going to go with Justin Thomas this week. He runner-up here last year. Obviously found a bit of something. So, I'm going to go with Justin Thomas to do one better than last year and get the win.
I think I'm going to go for, based off of nothing apart from he's had relatively decent results so far this season, JJ Spawn. I think he's been there or thereabouts in every tournament, top 15-ish. If he can keep that on, that's all I'm looking for, really, just to keep running that money up. We'll have an update on the standings, sort of how many points we've got next week. But we're all on the board. We've all got some big money already on the board.
What you're trying to say is that you're so far ahead that you don't really care. Might as well get some of these bums out of the way.
You've got to wait for the big four.
It's the biggest scoring tournament, is it? So that's why you're thinking.
Exactly, just burn one of these players in this one. Yeah, I'm not going to pick him for a major, so let's take him now.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dave, with your injury, you haven't played any golf this week. But Craig, you had any rounds since we last recorded?
No, Mother's Day got in the way this week. I
really
love my wife and my mother, of course. But unfortunately, this weekend was a non-golfing weekend. But I am playing this weekend in another team event. This one is a shambles.
A shambles before? No.
Football teams. You're only allowed.
So you both drive and play from there, is it, or something like that?
Yeah, basically that. So we're all four drive, and then you pick the best one, and then you play from there. In this situation,
okay.
You just play your own ball, right?
Always play your own ball.
From that drive, from there, you just play out, right?
Well, it makes it even worse than that, or worse, good, because I like the idea is it's 7 clubs only. So I was in the club last night with the lads debating what my 7 clubs would be, and one of them
what's going to be in the bag then?
Couldn't be any more boring. So I decided that I'm going to leave the driver out for this. Bearing in mind the dogleg nature, I'm going to put the 7 wood in. So that's 1. I'm going to take my 5 iron, my 7.
Yeah.
And this is where it starts to get a bit iffy because I've got to start thinking about the par 3 distances. I think the 7 will cover some of them. I think 9 pitching wedge. I know they feel quite similar, but I can do a lot with the pitching wedge around chipping and stuff. Bumping, I quite like the versatility of that.
Yeah.
My 54 degree and my putter.
Okay,
so that's
part counted as one of the clubs, is it?
Yeah, putter is one of the clubs that counts. So I think that's where I'm at right now. It might change because I know 9 and pitching wedge. Not a lot in it, but I just feel that's the way to go. And I think 5-iron is the kind of the long iron that I'm going to go with. But yeah, I think the driver can stay out. I reckon on the par 3s, the par 5s, sorry, I can get on with 3 7-woods. I reckon.
Okay,
not like 2 7-woods and a 7-iron, for instance. I think I could probably get on. On the 5, so.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets you thinking though. But also, I mean, technically, what you should be thinking is what the team doing, because as long as someone's got a driver in their bag, like as long as someone can biff it down the middle, then you don't need to have a, And I just think the 7-woods are all about me trying to get the ball in play, really.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's a sensible. Yeah, between the two of you, is it team scoring or individual scoring?
I don't know what the scoring is. I'm looking at it, and I think it doesn't actually say whether it's better ball or whether it's combined Stableford or what. I don't know, but we'll see when we turn up. I've got an 8:10 tea time, which is earlier than I've had for a while, which is nice though. So I think we're not really going to know what a good score is until much later in the day.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to keep us updated. You have to get some stuff up on the socials and stuff as well, so people can follow along. I played this week. I broke 90 for the first time ever with an 87.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I felt very good. I was played on my own as well, so I had no one to really celebrate with, and the clubhouse was empty when I got there because it was a bit of a crappy day. But there was a couple of times I got stuck behind 2 groups of 3 old ladies, and they kept letting me through. And I thought, oh God, we all know that pressure of being let through. But thankfully, they were both on par 3s and I actually nailed it right next to the pin. It's like, yes, I look good here. But yeah, this was at Stokes Bay Golf Course, which is right down on the Solent. You literally, on the 17th tee box, you can look across and you can see the Isle of Wight, so you cannot get any further south from where I am. One of the holes is it's a blind shot towards the Solent. Basically, you're going over a hill, and there's just like a cross in the distance, which is where the pin is. Just aim for that. But yeah, the new club seems to be working pretty well. I didn't really use the driver because it was so windy. I thought I'd just try and keep it as low as possible and just use the sort of mid to long irons. And I was getting on. I wasn't having to do a great deal of chipping, so I was pretty impressed with that.
That's genuinely impressive. Like in that weather as well. That's really, really good going.
Yeah, it was. It's a windy day. It's a windy course anyway. It's a links course because it's right on the Solent. So we'll have to get you boys down to play it at some point.
No, I look forward to it, mate. Look forward to it.
It's a strange layout. So there's 18 tee boxes, but I think 13 or 14 greens. So you sort of intersect a few times with other groups. But
double greens, or you actually just play the same hole?
You play to the same hole, but from a different tee box. So it obviously creates a different angle of approach to the round.
That's proper quirky.
Yeah, it's quite odd, and it goes around the MOD. I sent you a picture before. There's an MOD building, and it's like a star-shaped one. So on the 18th, you can either go for it, which I did do. Thankfully, I got over the metal railings, and ended up in a decent position. But yeah, you can sort of. It's almost like a star shape. I think Dave's got a picture we can put up on our social media pages. It's a very odd looking hole, but it is good fun to play. So yeah, we'll have maybe some videos on that at some point for us 3 at some point this year.
So what's your goal for the rest of the year?
I think breaking 80 is unrealistic. I think just to break 90 again. Like, I don't think it's going to be a massively common thing. I think maybe it was a little bit of just everything clicked on that day. I don't think I'm suddenly this fantastic golfer, but if I can just keep chipping away at it, I'm playing again this Sunday. I went to play today, but it's been absolutely tipping it down in Gosport today, so I didn't bother.
Really, it's been right over here.
That's it. It's just been just localised thunder over here. It's horrible. But yeah, I'm playing again on Sunday with the head of retail for my business. So he's a big high up man. So we'll see how we get on playing against him. So.
Don't embarrass yourself.
Oh yeah, exactly. We'll see how we go. But yeah, I was very impressed with it. I'm happy with myself, and sort of it's just playing on your own. I don't know. Do you guys prefer to play on your own, play in a partnership? I just like put my headphones in and just go in, like get a podcast on or some music on.
Yeah, I do like playing my own. I haven't really done it in quite a while now. because most of the rounds I play are like competitions and things like that. I don't really like to play too many just practice rounds really. So I'm not really getting the chance to do that too much. But I do like playing my own. So, especially if you get the right day, it's so like peaceful, isn't it? It's nice to just be out there, just
I'm
far
the
away.
same, really. I think a lot of mine is tend to be more competitive rounds of golf, and if I'm not playing competitively, it's kind of the lads will say, "Oh, should we play some golf this weekend?" So I don't really ever get the chance to just go out by myself. And I guess the other thing for me is that most of my stuff is weekend golf, so I think me popping out as a one ball at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, I think I'd never get spoken to again.
It's also not going to happen, is it? The courses are full.
It's also a pain in the arse, isn't it? You're just going to be held up by everyone, aren't you? Like,
and then I'm complaining that it's so busy. I think you've chosen to come out as a one ball. It's one that I have tried a couple of times. I've taken my my son out just on that, and I think my best ever 9 holes was a level par through to 9.
Oh wow!
With my son on, just couldn't miss, and it was one of those ones where I ran out of light. But we had the buggy. I was out with my lad, and I was thinking, cool, my kid thinks I'm the best golfer in the world right now. I couldn't miss anything. But in the end, it's one of those ones you want to see how far you could get. That would have been easily my best round ever, but ran out of sun. Ran out of sun for that one. I can't remember many times that I played golf by myself.
No, I do because I work at retail. I normally have a day off during the week, and then either sort of every other weekend off. So those days during the week, everyone's at work. So I just think, well, I look at the tee times that are available, and if there's a nice little gap between there's always the early morning ones that are always gone. Then there's one about 9, and then the next one seems to be about 11. So I think there's a bit of a gap there where I can get out there and not be too caught up by. Like I'm catching people that are playing ahead of me in groups, obviously, but they tend to be quite friendly and let you through because there's always the old boys that are out first thing in the morning during the week. So
that sounds. It does sound nice. I mean, I've seen guys that I play that just don't like a one ball at all, and they'll say that it's really prehistoric view on it. They've got no rights on the golf course. So it's quite nice that people are actually sensible enough to let you through because you're only holding them up and annoying them. Like let them just play the round.
Yeah.
Someone says that sort of thing, I think, just piss off. Like, nothing worse as well. Like, I would let you through, but there's people in front. Like, just let me through, and then they might let me through. Like,
yeah, exactly. I might get through everyone. Like, yeah. Some woman she told me off for not wearing a coat because it was cold. And I had my summer t-shirt on. She's like, "Where's your coat?" So I'm fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, you probably deserve that one. You're a one ball. You didn't wear a coat. That's what everybody thought.
But yeah, like I had my headphones in. I'm quite happy in my own little world, just hitting the ball around and getting my steps in for the day. I really quite like it. But I also do enjoy going out with my mates and even if it's not massively competitive, we keep our scores and we always compare scores at the end of the round and stuff. So yeah, I think it's just golf's for everyone, isn't it? Really, it's getting more and more. Isn't it? It was always thought of as a very expensive sport, and there's places you can go to courses that are definitely reasonable these days.
Yeah, I think COVID did a lot for the sport of golf, an awful lot. Just because it was that place you could go and do your daily steps when they let you, obviously walk around with your golf clubs as well as do your steps. It was I mean that's what really when I played golf since I was really young. But it was COVID that really pushed me on to go. I could do this every week quite happily.
I think the only thing that's happened since COVID, some of these golf courses that were struggling before, all of a sudden got busy and then decided to really jack the prices up and it's so frustrating. There was a reason they were sort of struggling before, and there's courses that I know that were on the verge of going that have then got saved by COVID basically, and then have just almost taken the piss a bit since. It's frustrating, working in golf that you see these people do it because for me, I want as many people playing golf as possible. So when these golf courses are doing this sort of thing, it's frustrating to see. But I think it's every golf course happened with pretty much. Not many that haven't put their prices up. I don't think.
There's one near me which is it's always empty. You can get tee time any time of the day, but it's like £70 a round. It's like no one's going to pay that, and clearly no one is paying that. It's just too much.
If no one's playing it, then it's a pretty obvious answer, isn't it? Whether that green fee's right.
And my golf course after 12 o'clock. If you're a member's guest, which I know is no member, but it's £20 a round after 12 o'clock. That's brilliant. Like,
20 quid for 18 holes is such a bargain price. Yeah.
Where our play is obviously more expensive, but it's just one of them courses. But they don't have any trouble filling it, so they can can charge it. That's the thing. Yeah.
It's a resort as well, isn't it? Your course.
So they're filled up with some hotel times, and it's hosted European Tour events in the past and stuff. So it's obviously a good course. But
I will pay more for a nice course.
Oh, yeah,
like, I'm always happy to pay whatever I think that course is worth. But if it's when you've not played it before and you pay a high fee, you think this is not worth what I've paid for this.
Oh yeah, of course. All I mean is if this course is charging that and no one's on it, then they're just charging too much, aren't they? So it's not, it's obvious. Unless I don't understand these courses that do this sort of thing.
No, you think it very, very fairly obvious for them, but never mind. It's not for us. We can just comment and not play it. It's fine. I think we're about done, boys. We've picked our winners for next week. So your injury, Dave, has put paid to a couple of our plans for the summer, but we're going to do some other stuff, aren't we?
Yeah, I think I'm going to maybe put in my caddying skills and stuff, and come and caddy for you two, maybe somewhere along the line, and maybe
I'll have to have you caddy
maybe
for me.
My course management, and you're maybe my course management, and you're like your shots, and we can do something. We can work some magic. Maybe like someone will see it, and I'll just get a job as a caddy somewhere.
That's what it is.
That's all I'm looking for. On my CV, caddy Ross Bell to a 71. And
there you go.
All of a sudden I'm on Tiger's bag next year. Who knows?
You never know. YouTube's the way forward. That's the way to go.
LinkedIn, that's a LinkedIn message.
I mean, these players change caddies all the time these days, don't they? They're always changing compared to what they used to just change caddies for years and years, and now they're always changing them. So, I've got to shoot my shot here, haven't I?
They're always looking for fresh ideas, so that's
it.
Could be the one to revolutionise the game for them. You never know. We'll be back next week with another show. We'll round up another tournament and pick some more winners as we get ever closer to the first major of the year, and who's going to take home that green jacket. But until then, where can people find us on social media, Dave?
I always forget our thing, which isn't good, is it? It's at Forecast Golf. At Forecast Golf Pod on Twitter,
there you go.
On TikTok, wherever, I don't know, we're everywhere, really, I think. Just follow us. Same sort of thing on everywhere. Every thing.
Where can they find you?
At DJG23. Probably.
Arsenal Hurtle towards their first league title win a couple of years.
I think Hurtle's a stretch, isn't it? We trundle along. It's what we 10 or 9 points clear at the moment. It still doesn't feel it still doesn't feel like it's going to happen.
We're 20-1 on and still don't feel that we're going to win it.
No, it's I think we're very lucky that Man City are also struggling right now. I'll say that.
Yeah. 7 games to go. It'll all be over soon, don't worry. Craig, where can we find you on social media?
At CraigyCraigo84.
And you can find me at Rossbell __ and then just Rossbell on Instagram. I think maybe something different, but just search. If you want to search for me, you can do. That's fine. But we'll be back next week. So until then, it's goodbye from all of us, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.